So if Shelly was in 10-6 shape, it means
Listen,
it means Elaine just want a good race with the best condition possible. One of those times, just one of those times. But I want to raise this thing because I'm having a warm over time with Elaine Thompson-Herah. Warm over time.
And 30 for them. I think that's has been a lot the reason why majority of the athletes that left MVP left. Obviously, they had some issues with the coach.
I really don't think it's that
the business. Okay.
I really don't think it's that much. But
no, I think they wanted. If you look at what she signed after,
let's take
in
that.
regards to her contract,
let's take that as it is then. Let's take that as it is then.
Yeah.
She went and she found Shaniki. Right? Now, husband is pretty similar, and she has the background of Stephen Francis as our mentor, and somebody who has guided her career. And she went and she got that young lady. That young lady said, okay, I am not going to be as expensive as where you was before. I'm just going to be way less than where you was before, but this is my deal. She refused that one. Even though she tried it for a short time, she got into the championship and she ran well. And right after the championship, the money that too much too. So
but all I'm saying to you is that all I'm saying to you, I understand why the decision was made. After you compete at the high level for a number of years, and you realize that this is your earnings, and you realize that you can make more money if you control probably 70 or 80% of that. At some point, if you're getting closer to retirement and you have done a lot and you have achieved a lot, you're gonna make that financial decision, as all athletes do. And I think it was that. I'm not saying there weren't issues at MVP,
even with that,
her, but I think it was geared towards that.
But even with that, do you think that
she can be consistent on the circuit and earn, but it doesn't work for her?
That doesn't make sense, because here's the thing, as I said, you cannot walk away from the thing that is bringing you to the highest. Because you're not there. Here's when you start making the real. Here's when you start making the real.
But Richard,
it's when you get that world record. It's when you start getting the real money in track.
But she had all of that. Yeah, but she's not going to break that. So we can move on from that.
If she had stayed, I guarantee.
She's going to break the female world record?
Of course. If she had stayed.
I don't know about it.
Remember, when she went to the championships, she was this close. After the championships, she went to the Diamond League race, and she got even this closer. Right? Because remember,
but listen, master.
Here is this championship that Steve Francis says she's in the best shape of her life, and everybody didn't believe. Right? And everybody didn't believe.
I hear you. But
so you walk.
Yeah, I hear you.
Money put on right so. And you decide to walk away, leave it today, and say, hey, listen, now go over right and say, I still can collect the bag. You walk away from the best thing.
No, I don't know what you're saying is totally correct in regards to the record. I know she got close, but I don't know if she would have gotten that.
He was the closest person.
But what I'm saying, I'm not saying. Yeah, I hear you. But what I'm saying to you is this: even at that state, she looked at it and she said, "Listen, when I run for MVP, them take 70% of my profits.
Yeah,
right. If I set up a company or I set up for myself, I can collect 100%. Yeah, I think it was economics.
I get that, and I understand that, that is sensible economics. But sensible with what? Because she's not getting 100% right now. She's not getting 100%.
Well, maybe she
did. She stands. She's losing so much right now because remember, Orion, And I'm going off all of the conversation that I'm hearing too. So Stephen Francis said, you know, the young lady, Elaine, has a particular set of injuries that has to be managed properly. She's never going to it is never going to leave her. It's something that needs to be managed. I hear you that she's getting 30%.
Yeah, but maybe she took all of that maybe she took all of that in context too. In regards to her career.
I figure that
saying like she needs to go out with a bang. Yeah.
I figure that she thinks she could have taken care of it. Right? But obviously she can't.
I would think so.
She's not making the right decision in terms of the people that she get to help her take care of it either. Obviously the things that to take care of that particular set of injuries that she have takes money. And it's going to cost her money to do it.
It would.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, so put everything in context. Let me tell you, my context is get yourself to the top level, to the extreme top. Then you can always talk about everything else. Put yourself, then you can walk away. Because if she walk away as a champion, if she walk as the world record, if she walk away as a world record holder, she would be in a better position today, even in retirement. Even in retirement, let's say she was going to get that world record and then retire right after that. Even in retirement, she would have been in a way better position in terms of sponsorship, in terms of everything that should be possible achieving.
I hear you, but maybe she felt she was at the very top, right? And she needed to take a chance and move on with everything that's going on.
The world record. The only time you're at the top.
But nobody has had that. Yeah, but nobody has had that on the female side. So
that year, Shelly-Ann was running 10-6 all over the place, right? So if Shelly-Ann was in 10-6 shape, it means means Elaine just want a good race with the best condition possible. One of those times, just one of those times. Just one time you need to run a world record. You don't need multiple times to run a world record. She don't need to do like you're saying about bracket this Olympics, bracket this world championship, then go back and bracket this Olympics, and then go back and bracket world championship. She just need one shot at that record. Because it's been there for so long. You could imagine what it would be like if she had broken that world record anytime during that time. Just stick around long enough to break it. You can always go anywhere at all. She would have stand to walk away.
I hear you. Some people say that record can't be broken. Still.
I can tell you this right here though. I don't think Elaine is going to be back anytime soon. Yeah, because
I think she probably going
like football. When you get to a certain age, your body start to your muscles start to not function. It is, and at her age now, with she not managing that injury properly, she missing out this year, and she's going to miss next year based on where she is with that injury. She's going to have a tough time. I don't think she's going to come back. I really doubt it. Really.
I think it's going to be pretty hard for her.
Yeah, really doubt it.
All right, but we have some other topics. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, man. But I doubt it.
All right, so...
Hey, mark it.
Right. Yeah. It doesn't look good, but we still hope, yeah?
Yeah.
Had been issues in Jamaican sports. I think we also discussed that last night. I don't know if you want to touch on that.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. That is always going to be an ongoing thing where Jamaican sports is concerned, has always been a long perennial issue. Come like the entertainment business, even the entertainers trying to fix it a little better now in terms of collecting their royalties and being managed properly nowadays and all of that. But sports hadn't been there yet. Sports just getting to a stage where athletes have managers and that kind of sponsorship and
in Jamaica.
In Jamaica, as I said, Jamaica we're talking about. In Jamaica.
There's big business all over the world.
Yeah, but we have big talent, but we still don't have the big business. Because I'm
No,
telling
I think
I
no.
am down to
I think
politicians doing what politicians do. I know politicians get there. They're going to rob us, they're going to lie to us, they're going to do all kind of things that they do. We know that. What I'm saying is that athletes need to prepare themselves or bring themselves together. Because I remember we talking on past radio programs that we had in the stands or in where we talk about a union for athletes. I don't remember if it had come through. I remember there was some plan aboard to get a union like that going.
I think from a football perspective, I think they have some start of that. I don't know what activities, but I know they're looking to put that in place at some point. I know there have been talks overall, generally at the Olympic Association in regards to something like that. And I don't think anything has been.
I remember Freighter and them
has been put to paper.
Freighter and them wanted to have some kind of athletics.
I think but they do have. Yeah, man, they do have that. So individual sports have their individual players association that offer representation, whether it's track or football, etc. They have individual athletes. So yes, that's in place. Yes.
So that's a good start. That's a good place. You know, I know cricket. They're players association. I know that. But I was kind of wondering if track and field at that stage. Yeah.
Yeah, so, they do have one.
That's one thing. You know, in terms of the different association and the presidents, and of course, and I know you are a president yourself with lawn ball, right? But presidents need to be brought up too and to be held to high standards as well in terms of how they manage different association and association money, association decisions, you know, association marketing and how they manage the different athletes and the whole thing, you know, because so much happened, man. Especially it's the football. You know, the reggae boys and the reggae girls are always complaining. Like, subscribe, you know, notification bell, all of the things. We'll always get it good, and we're always going to be having a whole lot of discussions and things. We'll be bringing you different features at different time. We'll be bringing in different personalities at different time.